everybody, I'm Nora Bernard, Premier Permanent, South Africa. I have been in the beauty and intradermal cosmetic industry since 1983, and I would love to just share my story with Andreas. We were introduced to plasma through another company. We were very, very disappointed in their training. Felt when we walked out there that there's no ways we had the experience or the knowledge from that training to go ahead and do our clients. I then Googled, and I was very fortunate to come across Andreas's online training. And we looked at the online training, and I went through every single one of Andreas's online training videos. And in that online training, I learnt my whole plasma trade. I did the online test with Andreas. I got obviously very proud to get the certificate sent to me from the training, direct from Andreas. And I felt very, very qualified. In fact, I felt so qualified after doing a few of my own procedures that I decided I was going to go ahead and train my team of instructors who are also experts in their field. And we brought them into an instructor's course for plasma. We showed them Andreas's videos. We went through his discussions, his explanations, which were absolutely spot on. And we have been so proud. We then contacted Andreas personally, and we asked if he would endorse our plasma in South Africa with his name. We want to tell people, we want to represent Areton. They'll take Areton, Andreas Russo. We want to represent him in South Africa. We are so happy with the beauty tech. There is not another device, and I've tried them all and I've seen them all, and there is nothing that can give you the results that your beauty tech can give you. The 32 levels of the beauty tech, everything's in your hands now. Whatever level of plasma you want to apply to the skin, the beauty tech will give it to you. So people, if you want to enter this industry, if you want to come into the plasma industry, please do yourselves a favor. Regardless of who you've trained with and who you haven't trained with, I recommend you do Andreas's online training course as well, and then you will be a very qualified plasma practitioner.
An introduction, about your history.
Okay. A little bit of history of myself. I entered the beauty industry, as I said, in 1983 through permanent makeup. Let's start again. Okay, it wasn't through permanent makeup. I entered the beauty industry in 1983 through the nail industry. I was privileged to bring the nail industry to South Africa. I pioneered the nail industry into South Africa in 1983. I then we decided we were going to sell franchises, as what was happening in those early years. They were using dental products to build nails with, and of course causing terrible nail damage. I then flew to the United States of America. I got myself trained in North Hollywood with OPI, got the correct training, got my certification as an instructor as well, came back to South Africa. I then decided I was going to franchise, because that way I could self-legislate, as there was no legislation in our country for nail technicians. And if I franchised, I could self-legislate and set the standards that were in the salons. The company, we called ourselves Dream Nails, because that is what everybody said when they had nails put on. I've always dreamed of having these beautiful nails. It was very appropriate. We opened up our stores in every single major shopping mall of South Africa, and I continued training the nail industry. Eventually moved to NSI, which is Rick Slack in Philadelphia, Nail Systems International. We were very, very impressed with the NSI product, and we stayed true and loyal to NSI for the following 15 years. I was then approached by one of the top skincare companies of South Africa 25 years later in my industry of franchising, and they offered us to buy our company, which we did not want to sell. We sold it under duress, but realizing that I was moving on in age and I had a buyer, my family decided to let's let the company go. But in 1997, I came across Permanent Cosmetics. I then flew to Dallas, Texas, to Sandy Hammond's at Premier Pigments. Actually, to tell you the truth, I didn't. I first flew to Germany, brought in just under R1 million worth of products to South Africa, and all the products proved to be absolute rubbish in bottles. Even the machines. The ink turned blue in the client's skin, the eyebrows were blue, the lips were blue, and when asking for help from the German, the company was Reza, he actually laughed in my face. That was the result I got from asking advice. How do I help clients with blue lips get their lips back to normal? I then flew to Dallas, Texas. I was recommended that if I didn't fly to Dallas, Texas and get trained through Sandy Hammond's and Premier Pigments, I might as well just stop doing Permanent Cosmetics, because she had perfected the industry, she perfected the techniques, and she had perfected the inks. And I would not have horror stories if I used Premier Pigments. And that was the launch of my permanent makeup industry in 1997. I then came back to South Africa and I trained all my franchisees. We had over 100 stores in South Africa. I trained every one of our franchisees to do permanent makeup in the Dream Nail salons, and we became very, very successful. When I sold my Dream Nail company to the beauty company in South Africa, I then held on to the permanent cosmetic division. I didn't sell that, and so when they took over the nail side of my company, I continued in the permanent cosmetic side. And I must say, 1997 to now, 22 years later, being in the permanent makeup industry, I have never looked back. I have never regretted being part of Premier Pigments. Hence, my company was then called Premier Permanent, representing Premier Pigments. And then along the road, we have introduced other genres of intradermal cosmetics, and of course, plasma being one of the major add-ons to my company, giving clients tremendous results in age-defying application. So we are extremely, and we're very, very, very happy that we did come across Andreas, and we're not working with a company that would have given us horror stories. Thank you. I think that's all I can say about myself.